And if they are looking a lot to the fountain and shying away from it, be careful in the turn, don't overdo it, that your carriage turns over. If you hit one of the posts here and the ball will fall on the ground, you get 8 seconds added to your score. This will have the most public around because it's extremely spectacular to see. Hi, I'm Bram Chardon from the Netherlands, and we're here in Lähden for the European Championships for the 4-in-hand horses. We're here in the first gate of the first obstacle. That's always tricky when you have the approach of this first obstacle yourself and the horses. You're always a little bit nervous, and it's a tricky entrance with the big water fountain here in the center. Of course, we knew this was here, so we tried to train for it at home. But it's always a bit of a question how the horses are going to react when you come in. And the first gate of the first obstacle is always the hardest. You just want to have one done and then get in the flow onto the next. So here from the B gate, we have a decision that's hard to make now. We can either stay on the left, stay around the fountains, and then find yourself the way to the Red Sea on the other side. But as you come in here and you've done the A gate, you know how much your horses are reacting on the fountain. And if they are looking a lot to the fountain and shying away from it, the alternative would be in the B gate to make the circle to the right, away from the water, and then find yourself the way to C. From meters, it's very similar, the distance, but I think to me it's something I would decide in the last moment. Depending on how my horses are reacting on the water, I decide, do I stay around or do I drive away from the water? So here we have the approach of the final gate of the obstacle, the F gate. Always keep the white letters on your left and the red letters on the right. We see here it's a double gate, which makes it tricky. There's an extra option. You can either drive F directly and then circle and go to the finish where the big machines are, or you make the choice to circle the F first and drive F from this side to then be directly lined up to go to the finish. For now, I'm deciding to take the F from this direction, as then when I turn right here in front of the public, because this will be full of spectators here, be careful in the turn, don't overdo it, that your carriage turns over, because it goes slightly downhill and you have a lot of power in your horses. So be careful in the turn, not full throttle yet, and then when you're on the straight line, you can really let them go as fast as they want. We're in number 2 now, another very beautiful obstacle, which put together a few different elements. Here we see some gates on a little slope, and we see that each element here has a knockdown. If you hit one of the posts here and the ball will fall on the ground, you get 2 penalty points, which is 8 seconds added to your score. So you better don't touch those. Here on the left we see the water. So it's going to be the first water that the horses actually go through. Because it's a locked-in approach, there's no way for the horses to go. The ground is very good, it's not too deep, the water. And then on the other side, we see the flat area of the obstacle, which has some trees, which could give some shadows on the ground for the horses that might influence the drive. And here we have several options with double gates. So we have an E and an F gate on this side, so on the slope side with all the knockdowns. And we have an E and an F gate on the flat side under the trees. So after the D, which is in the water, you can choose to go left and do the EF there, or you go right and do the EF here on the slope. The slope is slightly shorter from distance, but the risk of the knockdowns here and the tight turns will, in my opinion, make a lot of drivers decide to go left and do the E and the F gate under the trees. We're in number 6 here, and now it's really time to keep in mind the fitness of your horses. As you may know, we have done a section, like a warm-up section of almost 8 kilometers. Here in the back, a very nice drive through the forest. Then we have a 10 minutes rest where the horses get checked. We can give them some water, we can cool them. And then the B section starts, in which all the obstacles are taking place. The B section will have a total length of close to 9 kilometers. So once we get here, the horses have had like 14 kilometers in their legs already. It's a very big obstacle. We see a combination here of the heavy mobile boxes, those square elements. The poles are not stuck in the ground, so those elements are compulsory to have a knockdown. And the knockdown was 2 points, which is 8 seconds. And we see the fences that the posts are in the ground. There it's optional for the course designer to put a ball on it or not. And they mostly put the ball on it to bring the tempo down. When there's a technical turn, they put a ball there so that the drivers respect the post, bring down their tempo and prepare their horses properly to not hit the elements. This obstacle has double gates as well. There is 2 D gates, there's 2 F gates. And here definitely we go for a plan A and a plan B. Plan A if the horses are still very fit, and a plan B that if I feel they get tired, if I then have to accelerate and bring them back, that's costing too much energy. So then I might decide to choose a route that is more flowing, that from the start I can keep the tempo up and don't have to bring them back and let them go again. Behind us is the big water obstacle. It's number 7. This will have the most public around because it's extremely spectacular to see. Same here, there's a few options. There's a double A gate, there's a double E gate. Depending again on the fitness of your horses and your personal preference or the preference of your team, you can choose your way around. Definitely here you will feel that the horses get a little bit tired, but it's good that there will be audience all the way around to cheer you on and support you. There is a lot of space here to get speed, but still you got to be very careful. There's a knockdown on the other side of D, and going into the water with the fountains. You can definitely not just let the reins go and let them run. You need to stay in control, give guidance on the direction that you're going to, because you don't know if one of your horses is gonna spook at the fountains. But it's a super, super beautiful obstacle to drive. And once again, with the audience here cheering you on, this is the kind of obstacles that we do it all for.